here to the Powell Athletic Center in Campbellsville, Kentucky, as we're going to be right back with you on YouTube here with more UPIKE women's basketball. Jumping right into the action, opening tip won by Candace Porter, ahead to McGlade. Her pass into the paint is knocked out of bounds. The ball is going to stay with UPIKE. I'm Dan White, the Assistant Athletic Director, Sports Information Director with the Bears, and on the road for our second straight away game, calling the action here on YouTube. Matchin throws into Conley. Her shot up just outside the paint is off the mark. Rebound by Porter, and it is stripped away from her by Emily Fox. Into the front court, Campbellsville pushed ahead by Leanne Grider. The pass into the interior to Lindsey Bird. She goes right around Candace Porter, puts it in, 2-0 Campbellsville. Here, just getting started, 9:30 to play, Campbellsville up 2-0. Taylor McGlade, top of the key, looking for somebody, throws over to Kella Eldridge. She thought about a three, goes to Candace Porter. Her baseline jumper off the mark. She gets her own rebound, tips it out. Taylor McGlade has it. Nice pass to Candace Porter. Her shot in there, assist from Taylor McGlade. It's 2-2. About a minute into the action here in the Powell Athletic Center. Good crowd on hand. NAIA National Game of the Week. Number 2 Campbellsville versus number 17 UPIKE. Lindsey Bird makes a nice pass to a cutting Abby Miller. Her shot up and good. 4-2 Campbellsville. McGlade into the front court, facing it's kind of a 3-2 zone from the Tigers. It's tough to throw with the passes in there, and it's thrown away. Steal by Lexus Graham. She gives it to Leanne Grider. Grider up ahead to Bird. Bird pump fake. She's working against Conley down low. A little bit of a mismatch. Tries to go up and under. Her shot no good. Offensive rebound, Abby Miller. The ball goes out of bounds. Miller trying to get it back to Bird, but the ball possession will stay with Campbellsville. This is the point guard for the Tigers, Leanne Grider, calling the play out of bounds. She's right underneath the bucket. Looking, having trouble getting the ball in. She finds a cutting Emily Fox. Fox goes right into the paint. Devin Conley draws the charge. Great play there from Conley, moving her feet, getting in position. It's going to be UPIKE basketball with Campbellsville up 4-2 with 8:36 to play here in the first quarter. Got a 2-1-2 press from the Tigers. McGlade throws to Matchin to get around it. Matchin tries to throw a cross-court pass, but it's batted down by Abby Miller. Luckily, going to stay in the hands of the Bears. Now Matchin to throw in right on the baseline. Actually, the sideline right in front of the bench. She gives to McGlade, and the referee stops play. Not sure what he's seen there. They're taking a look at the shot clock. There's 23 seconds on it, so don't know if they're discussing how much time they have to get over the court, or just not sure what they're discussing. Anyway, good crowd on hand here at Campbellsville. This is our second ever broadcast on YouTube, bringing you UPIKE women's hoops. Had a good first showing at St. Catherine Thursday. The Patriots had a great first half when UPIKE's never been colder, but then just like we've seen so many times for this UPIKE team this year, that never count them out. We're going on a hot streak. They picked things up, utilized a press, and came back and got the win. There was a delay when the shot clock started. So the referee told Coach McNamee this, as far as he could tell, there's 24 seconds on it. So I believe UPIKE's going to have 4 seconds to get across. McGlade gets it across. Throws in the corner to Conley. Conley still that 3-2 zone defense, hard to get around. Throws over to Eldridge. Eldridge pump fakes, steps back, nothing there, and her pass deflected and stolen by Leanne Grider, and here she comes for the Tigers. Grider up ahead, met by McGlade. Throw down low to Lindsey Bird. She got around Candace Porter. Candace Porter seemed to have a clean block there in the post, but she got a little bit of her hand. It's going to send Bird to the free throw line for 2 shots. Still 4-2 Campbellsville with 8:07 left in the first.
That's her first. Candace Porter takes at the line.
Lindsey Bird, a 72% free throw shooter. She's 73 of 101 this year for the Tigers. The senior from Hardyville, Kentucky, played at Hart County High School. She'll be at the line for a couple. First one short, just off the mark, and hit the front of the rim. Second shot, Bird readies. She puts it up. It's off the mark at the back of the rim, and rebound by Matchin. Up ahead to McGlade. Here she comes. UPIKE looking to run a little bit. They're going to have to try to get deep into this 3-2 zone because they have passes out on the perimeter just not working. Again, Devin Conley tries to get Matchin. It's lost. Recovered by Matchin. She throws up a shot. somehow just throwing up a shot just outside the paint. They're going to say that she leaned into her defender. Offensive foul, Andrea Matchin, her first. So Matchin has a foul. Candace Porter has a foul. That's 2 on the Bears. Only 1 foul for the Tigers. Here comes Leanne Greider. She throws over to Lexus Graham. Graham looking to go down low to Bird. She does it. UPIKE not paying attention. Had a loose ball they could have picked up. This is Lexus Graham throwing a cross-court pass into Lindsey Bird. Bird shot off the mark. Rebounded by Devin Conley. Without the mate, Campbellsville not able to get in the press. It allows Taylor McGlade to bring the basketball across half court. She goes around Greider. Back tip works. Credit Greider with the steal. Up ahead to Emily Fox. Fox throws up a layup. It's off the mark, but she's fouled. They're going to say that foul is on Taylor McGlade. She picks up her first, team's third, and they're going to get McGlade out of the basketball game after the first one of these free throws, as Kayla Day, who had a great game at St. Catherine Thursday, is ready to check in. Emily Fox at the line. She hits her first free throw, gives Campbellsville the 5-2 lead. Campbellsville 16-3 overall, 4-1 league play, taking on a 17-0 undefeated UPIKE team, 4-0 in league play. Fox's second free throw good, makes it 6-2, 7:17 to go. Day into the game now, up ahead to Conley. Conley, great pass, finds Porter deep in that zone. That's going to be available all day. Eldridge drives in, scooping layup off the mark. Prisha Rogers, who had checked in, gets the rebound. Kella Eldridge left wide open. She's off the mark from 3. Rebound, Emily Fox. Up ahead to Greider. Greider likes to push the ball ahead. She goes all the way into Abby Miller. Miller pump fake around Candace Porter, lays it in. 8-2. Day going to try to push the pace too, up ahead to Eldridge. Eldridge getting deep in there, throws to Conley in the corner. Her 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Candace Porter. It's batted out of bounds. UPIKE thought they had the ball. They're going to say that Candace Porter just threw it out on the sideline there. It's going to be Campbellsville basketball. Once again, another first half where UPIKE's struggling to shoot the basketball. Greider calming things down at her side of the court. She throws into Bird. Bird's the top of the key looking to move. She goes in against Candace Porter, backs her in, puts a scooping layup in, it's good. 10-2 Campbellsville. Kayla Day up ahead, Devin Conley. UPIKE going to have to try to get down low. Devin Conley just turns the ball over. Here comes Abby Miller. Abby Miller wants to give the ball up. She does to Bird. Bird, sweeping pass into the corner. She finds, that's Lexus Graham for the 3, no good. Bird gets the offensive rebound. Bird playing a phenomenal game so far in the early going. Abby Miller trying to get away from Prisha Rogers. Rogers all over, and she throws it away. Stolen by Candace Porter, up ahead to Kayla Day. Day needs to push it. She does. She throws over to Kayla Eldridge in the corner. They're going to back it out. Devin Conley for 3. It's good. Devin Conley finally gets the lid off the bucket there for the Bears, and that's a huge one because it was 10-2. Now it gives the Bears a little bit of confidence here in the Powell Athletic Center. Tough place to play, 10-5. Emily Fox, she's looking to drive, throws it out to Leanne Greider. Greider pump fakes Candace Porter. That's a deep 2, no good. Rebound, Prisha Rogers. Rogers going to push the tempo too, but it's 3-on-1. Campbellsville has the advantage. Candace Porter saves the basketball, throws it in, and it's going to be stolen by Bird. Just a tough play there. Prisha Rogers facing Emily Fox. Fox off the mark. Fox gets her own rebound. Campbellsville definitely out-hustling the Bears so far, and credit Bird for a lot of it. And as I say that, Bird takes an interior pass from Greider, loses out of bounds. They're going to say it was batted away by a UPIKE player. Got some subs in the game. Danielle Calvert going to replace Prisha Rogers. Rachel Lee in for Kella Eldridge. Leanne Greider throws in. She finds Lexus Graham. Lexus Graham wants to drive on Devin Conley. She dribbles around, dribbling, looks at the corner. Great steal from Candace Porter on the pass, trying to find Bird. She just never was to gather the basketball. Finally does. And they're going to give her with travel, and Candace just never could control that pass after she got, or that steal after she gained possession, and they're going to say she walked. We're going to head to our first media break. It's Campbellsville 10, UPIKE 5. We'll be right back with more UPIKE women's basketball here on YouTube. Our first media break comes to an end. Get back to the action with UPIKE trailing at number 2 Campbellsville 10-5. UPIKE just shooting 28% from the field. Campbellsville 44%. Conley has the only made three-pointer of the game. And Leanne Grider into the front court for the Tigers. She wants to go down low. That's where the Campbellsville's been doing their damage. She does finally find, that's Jordan Dorham, a 5'11 freshman from Georgetown, Kentucky, who just checked in, but she loses the ball out of bounds. Possession stays with the Tigers. Grider throws the ball in, makes a great interior pass to a wide open Madison Stewart. It's good. Now 12-5 Campbellsville. Here comes Kayla Day, still in the game, running the show for the Bears. She crosses midcourt. Facing man-to-man defense now from Campbellsville. Goes into Rachel Lee in the corner, over back to Devin Conley, top of the key. She dribbles handoff to Kayla Day, and they're going to say she was fouled by Alexis Graham on the handoff. That's her first, Campbellsville's second.
Number 22.
Kella Eldridge, just a quick break. She's going to come in and replace Devin Conley, who was also in that starting lineup. UPIKE wanting to keep a three-point shooter in the lineup, obviously, as they're going to flip spots. Andrea Matchin gets it in Kayla Day. Day quickly back over to Matchin. She fires up a three. It's well short. Offensive rebound. Calvert, she goes up for a shot, and she's fouled by Jordan Dorham. That's her first, team's third. Good job for Danielle Calvert being recognizing that shot there. Matchin just tried to shoot it. I don't think she realized how deep she was, and it was just well short. But DC picked it up, and she's going to go to the free throw line for a couple. Calvert 18 of 30 there this season, and she misses the first. Just a 60% foul shooter. That's Emily Fox back into the game for Campbellsville. She'll replace Alexis Graham. Danielle Calvert, sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, ready for the second shot. It's up and it's good. Gives UPIKE 6 points. They trail by 6. Leanne Grider, been in the game the whole time, running point guard for Campbellsville, walks it into the front court. Finds Madison Stewart. They're just working around each other. Grider and Stewart passing around on the perimeter. Jordan Dorham calling for the ball down there down low. She finally gets it, goes around Calvert. Her shot's off the mark, though, and great rebound on the tip ball by Kella Eldridge. She's pushing the ball ahead. Kella looking to find a teammate. No, she keeps it herself. Drives. Layup up. No good. And they get an offensive foul on Kella Eldridge. They say that her defender was in that spot. She looked a little deep down there in the halo, but they say that Kella initiated the contact, which she very well may have. And that's going to be Kella's first personal foul, team's fourth. Leanne Grider into the front court facing a 2-3 zone defense from the Bears. UPIKE trying to get some double teams there in the post. Not going to matter as they got some good ones down there, and Jordan Dorham puts a shot in over Danielle Calvert. It's 14-6 Campbellsville, 3:29 to go in the first period. Kayla Day gets a pass from Eldridge. She throws out to Rachel Lee. Rachel Lee's corner three-pointer is off the mark. Fighting for the battle in there for the board. Grider comes down with it. Campbellsville pushes ahead. That's Emily Fox in the corner. Back over to Grider. Grider looking. Tries to throw an interior pass to Kristen Jacob. Kristen Jacob, a 6-foot senior from Lexington, is fouled. They're going to call that one on Danielle Calvert. That's her first. It's actually the team's 6th foul, so Campbellsville will go to the line. Kristen Jacob for 2 shots the rest of this quarter. There's about 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. Jacob's first free throw is good. Just a line drive shot, kind of shot-putted right down the drain. Prisha Rogers comes in for Rachel Lee. Prisha getting more and more involved in the rotation for the Bears as she gains experience. And they're going to say Kristen Jacob nails the second shot. It's a 10-point lead for Campbellsville in the first quarter, 16-6. Kayla Day walking the ball in the backcourt for UPIKE. Now she crosses the line. She looks over, finds Eldridge in the corner. Back over to Day, top of the key. And back to Day. Day finally gets it over to Prisha Rogers. Just UPIKE having trouble seeing the interior because of how much pressure Campbellsville's given on the guards, and finally they pick up a foul. That one's called on Leanne Grider. I believe it's her first.
That was on number 12, Leanne Grider. That's her first.
Team's 4th. I don't have who the other foul is on there for Campbellsville, but we'll figure that one out soon enough. Candace Porter back into the ball game for Danielle Calvert. It's Emily Fox for Campbellsville who has that other foul. Both teams be shooting 2 the rest of the way. Eldridge gets Fox up in the air, drives around her, but she's blocked near the rim. Rebound pulled down by Bird, who's back in the game for Campbellsville. Here comes Grider.
Up the lane, King. Candace, up the lane.
Grider settles things down. She's calling a play. There's some screens being set down low for Campbellsville. Got some players rotating out. Foul line extended, but they go down low. Shot is off the mark by Emily Fox. Rebounded offensive by Fox. Almost pulled away by Andrea Matcham, but they're going to have a jump ball called, and possession will stay with Campbellsville. UPIKE going to have to do a better job of shoring things down low with Jordan Dorham, a 5'11 freshman, and Lindsey Bird, the 5'10 senior. They are controlling the game in the paint. Grider gets the ball in. It's Madison Stewart. Stewart, a freshman from Litchfield, Kentucky. And she gives over to Emily Fox. Fox throws the ball out of bounds, try to save, but it's recovered by Kella Eldridge. Eldridge got numbers. She throws up to Candace Porter, and it's thrown out of bounds. UPIKE going to have to settle down. They are not handling the pressure from the Tigers well at all. And Kella Eldridge is going to get taken out of the game after that turnover. But the turnover does allow UPIKE to get in their press. Here it is, a 2-2-1 look. Right now it's Alexis Graham getting the duty to break it. She does. Thrown into Bird into the key. She goes around Candace Porter, loops up a layup, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Preacher Rogers. Kayla Day into the front court, 16-6. UPIKE needs to get something rolling on offense. Oh my! And Kayla Day hands off to Candace Porter, and she goes in and picks up a third offensive foul on the Bears. They're having a lot of trouble down there near the rim, not getting called for those. That's Kayla Day's first foul. It's not going to go to the free throw line because it's a player control foul, but still just having a lot of trouble getting things started for the Bears. 2-2-1 press, though, is slowing things down quite a bit for Campbellsville. Finally get it in the front court to Grider. Grider loops a pass over to Fox in the corner. Her three is good. Emily Fox drains it. They just broke the press and got the pass in the corner. Now 19-6 Campbellsville. Preacher Rogers tries to throw an interior pass to Candace Porter. It is way off the mark. UPIKE in a world of trouble right now. Can get nothing working on the offensive side, and Campbellsville is controlling the game, up 19-6 with 1:29 to go here in the first quarter. UPIKE backs off the press. They're going to allow Alexis Graham just to throw the ball in here to Leanne Grider. Grider met by Kayla Day. UPIKE now in man-to-man defense. She's going to try to drive against Day. Makes a great interior pass to Lindsey Bird, who puts it in and is fouled. Going to have an and one chance. See who that foul is called on. They're going to call that one on Devin Conley, number 21 for UPIKE. She gone down there, tried to add to the double team, just hit her on the wrist. Campbellsville leads UPIKE 21-6 here in the first quarter. Bird's free throws off the mark, so doesn't get the old-fashioned three-point play. Kayla Day up ahead for the Bears. Top of the key, throws over to Rachel Lee in the corner. Lee looking, trying to throw down to Candace Porter. They just can't get her. Andrea Matcham settles for a jump shot that is way off the mark. Had to be partially blocked. They say it wasn't. She just shot an air ball out of bounds. Campbellsville's going to take over.
Here we go, let's go.
Taylor McGlade back into the game. She's going to run the point guard. She replaces Kayla Day. Leanne Grider walking it up. We're at the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Grider met by McGlade. She looking for a teammate. Finally does find Abby Miller top of the key. Miller into Bird. This is where UPIKE has trouble, and it's stolen. Rachel Lee comes away. She swipes it from Bird. She's going on a fast break here. Gets deep into the rim, and it's stolen from her. Back the other way, Alexis Graham. Graham going to go all by herself down deep into the paint. Then she backs it out. Leanne Grider top of the key. Campbellsville decides they're going to run the offense. 30 seconds on the clock. Alexis Graham, she's looking for somebody. Throws over to Emily Fox. Fox top of the key. They want her to keep swinging the basketball, but it just goes right back to Graham. Abby Miller finds Leanne Grider down low, but it's thrown out of bounds. Just out of my sight. Grider goes out of bounds into the corner. It's going to be UPIKE basketball with 15.8 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Campbellsville 21, UPIKE 6. Tough going here in the first quarter. A lot of things going to have to change for UPIKE to get back in this one. McGlade rushes into the front court. She's not stopped. Gets it to Porter. Porter out to Matcham. Matcham double teamed. She's been double teamed all quarter long. And they get her with an offensive foul. That is the fourth offensive foul, and the Bears cannot help themselves. That's her second personal foul. UPIKE going to need to get her out of the game in a hurry, and Kella Eldridge does just that. We'd really like to avoid Campbellsville getting something here with 6.1 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to go the distance, thrown in on the baseline. Grider takes it. Clock running down to 4, 3, 2, 1. Emily Fox three-pointer just misses, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Campbellsville has a 21-6 lead. Going to have to see what kind of adjustments UPIKE makes. They're going to have to make some shots, figure out a way to attack this zone defense. But for us right now, we'll step away. Campbellsville 21, UPIKE 6. Action here in the second quarter of Powell Athletic Center. UPIKE basketball. McGlade dribbles into the front court. Let's see what UPIKE can change as they try to get back in this game, facing an intense man-to-man defense from Campbellsville. Devin Conley settles for a deep three-pointer. It's good. That's Devin Conley's second three-pointer. Gonna need that if UPIKE wants to get back in this one. Now 21-9. Leanne Grider into the front court for the Tigers. And Grider's pass nearly stolen by Candace Porter. They're going to say that it was touched last, though, by Porter to give the ball to Campbellsville. Really thought UPIKE was going to get a nice chance for a fast break chance there, but they're going to say the ball stays with Campbellsville. Madison Stewart throws into Leanne Grider. She throws interior pass to Kristen Jacob. Jacob down to Abby Miller. Miller working against Precia Rogers, and to Emily Fox. Says she steps on the baseline. It's going to be UPIKE basketball. Finally got it back. Just had to get a turnover from the Tigers. 21-9. UPIKE trying to work themselves back into this NAIA National Game of the Week. Was not a good start. Just 6 points scored in the first quarter. McGlade up ahead to Kella Eldridge. She's double teamed. Eldridge steps through it, drives into the paint, and the ball tipped out of bounds. Out of bounds. Head coach Joanna McNamee pleading for some fouls to go her way after UPIKE was called for 4 offensive charging fouls in the first quarter. Thought they had a block there when Eldridge was driving to the hoop, but they're just going to call it kicked out of bounds. UPIKE still with the ball. McGlade had trouble. She finally finds Conley. And UPIKE having trouble as soon as they get a double team, throwing the ball away, and she does just that. Madison Stewart picks her off. Gets it to Leanne Grider. Now with the 12-point lead, Campbellsville has settled down, and they're going to run some of the offense methodically. This over to Fox, top of the key, and throws past Kristen Jacob. Jacob tries to go back to Fox on a give and go and just throws it directly out of bounds. We got some subs for Campbellsville. Lindsey Bird going to come in, replace. Looks like she's going to take out Kristen Jacob. Madison Stewart also left the game. Alexis Graham back in for her. Taylor McGlade met by a double team right at the half court line. Has a little bit of trouble, but finds Eldridge to bail her out. Eldridge a pass deep into the corner to Conley. Skip pass to McGlade. The guard's thrown it around. Finally back to Conley for 3. Off the mark. Danielle Calvert, offensive rebound. Her putback is no good. And then when Bird grabs the rebounds, they're going to get Devin Conley for running into her. Conley's going to pick up her second personal foul, just trying to work to get the offensive board. That's the first team foul of the second quarter. 8:30 to go here. Campbellsville up 21-9. UPIKE going to get Candace Porter into the game. She replaces Danielle Calvert. Just a quick break. Number 17 in the nation, UPIKE, undefeated. Trying to come in here and stay that way against a really, really good number 2 Campbellsville team. Their steady point guard, Leanne Greider, gets a pass over to Emily Fox. 5, and Kayla Eldridge absolutely cleared out by Lindsey Bird with an elbow. Hits the ground, and they get Bird with the foul. That's her first. First team foul for Campbellsville. UPIKE needs to use these opportunities. They're not. They're turning the ball over quite a bit, so when they finally get a turnover from Campbellsville, they need to take advantage. Taylor McGlade, starting point guard for the Bears, faces a little bit of pressure from Alexis Graham, gets by her, and has to get away from that double team. UPIKE has to keep going north, not south. Devin Conley for 3, off the mark, rebounded by Emily Fox. Conley's going to keep putting up those threes. She has to. She's been the only hot player so far for the Bears. Alexis Graham, Leanne Greider passes it around the perimeter. Now Greider backs out. She has her players in motion, finds Emily Fox cutting to the other left side. And thought they had a tie up there, but they're going to get Kayla Eldridge with a foul. That's her second, team second. UPIKE already getting into, wouldn't call it foul trouble, but they have some areas they're going to have to watch. Andrea Matchin, Devin Conley, and Kayla Eldridge, arguably the 3 most important offensive players, all with 2 fouls each. Eldridge going to come out of the game. Trouble for Alexis Graham, deep in the baseline, and she steps out of bounds. Possession goes back to UPIKE. So that's 2 possessions for Campbellsville that result in turnovers. Rachel Lee inbounds the basketball to Taylor McGlade. McGlade looks like she had room to go right through the zone defense, but backed it back out. Devin Conley throws an interior pass. Candace Porter, turnaround jumper is no good. Rebound, Bird. Bird, a pass ahead to Leanne Greider. Greider taking her time. She finds Emily Fox over there near the sideline. Fox goes around with the screen, gets it to Bird. Bird clears herself out, a little bit of an elbow, but goes right into the basket. It's good. 23-9, first points of the quarter for the Tigers. Taylor McGlade to Devin Conley. Double team comes. It happens every time on that first pass. Then they get Conley open. She pump fakes, goes to McGlade. Conley open if they would just look for. Prisha Rogers nearly throws it away. Rachel Lee on the offensive rebound. Her shot is no good. Rebound, Bird. Greider pushing it ahead near me over here on the left baseline. Nobody stops her. She goes deep into the paint, throws it back out to Bird. Bird thought about a 3, not going to shoot it. Greider decides to pull it back out. Campbellsville back into that motion offense that they're using once they decide, setting a lot of screens on the top and looking for back cuts. Bird tries to find one, doesn't. Emily Fox, though, goes around everybody. And I believe they're going to give Devin Conley the rebound there because she was absolutely hacked, and they're going to get a foul on Emily Fox of Campbellsville. It's her second personal. Here's Andrea Matchin back into the game, the Bears' leading scorer. She came out with 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. She's getting back in for her first action. She had kind of taken some contested shots that head coach Joanna Matney probably wanted to settle her down, have her drive to the basket more. She does just that, but she's blocked by Bird. UPIKE keeps it. I won't call them ill-advised shots early on by Matchin, just trying to get UPIKE going, but she was forcing it up a little bit, had a couple of air balls, but she's had some time to think about it, and I think she's going to have a more attacking mindset. Ball is thrown in to Rachel Lee, top of the key. She turns it over as she tries to go into the paint. It's a danger zone to go in there against this Campbellsville defense that's so active. Leanne Greider up ahead. Alexis Graham throws it into the corner to her. Back out to Greider. Greider now goes to the other side. Still on the perimeter, just her and Alexis Graham throwing it back and forth. Graham throws up a wild shot. It's no good. Rebound, Rachel Lee. Well, as hot as Campbellsville was first quarter, they have cooled down a little bit, but then again, UPIKE hadn't had anything going either. Taylor McGlade throws it out of bounds, trying to find Rogers near the sideline. UPIKE will hold on to the basketball, though. Kayla Day into the game. She replaces McGlade, and Danielle Calvert in, replacing Prisha Rogers. 23-9, Campbellsville lead, 5:51 to go until halftime. Nearly stolen from Matchin, but Conley grabs it, throws up a shot that's no good. Kayla Day, Danielle Calvert, both in there battling, but neither one can pull down the board. Campbellsville ball. This This is Abby Miller, who's come in for Leanne Grider, now running the point guard. Grider gets her first rest of the game. Miller throws in the corner to Emily Fox. Fox waiting for a screen, gets it from Jordan Dorham, who had such a good first quarter. Jordan Dorham, the post player, has the advantage on Kayla Day, but her shot's no good. And Rachel Lee is going to come down with the rebound, but it's batted out from her hands by Madison Stewart. Ball stays with UPIKE. Kella Eldridge back into the game, replacing Devin Conley. Got to give Devin Conley a hand for scoring 6 of the Bears' 9 points. Kayla Day into the front court, throws it to Kella Eldridge. Not getting that intense double team on that first pass. Oh, they're going to say Kella Eldridge hesitated with the basketball and kind of palmed it. Nobody saw it on the UPIKE coaching staff, but the referee was right by her, so definitely a little bit of a palm. Campbellsville ball. Well, it was 21-6 at the end of the first quarter. Now midway through the second, 23-9. So this has not been an offensive sluggerfest. UPIKE leading this quarter 3-2. Emily Fox splits the UPIKE zone, goes into the paint. She's off the mark. Andrea Matcham pulls down a tough rebound. Then she turns it over. Goes into the hands of Jordan Dorham. She sticks it in, 25-9 Campbellsville. That was just an unlucky sequence of events. Andrea Matcham absolutely way off the mark on a three-pointer. Misses the rim completely. Preacher Rogers going to come back into the game, replacing Matcham. Joanna McNamee wants to talk to her. I'm sure she just wants to settle her down on what she's trying to do offensively. We're going to go to our next media break. We'll be right back with more UPIKE women's basketball. For the media break lets out, we'll look at the statistics. Pikeville shooting 15% from the field. They are 3 of 20, 2 of 8 from beyond the arcs. A little bit better actually from 3 than they are from the field, shooting 25%. Campbellsville, on the other hand, not shooting a gaudy percentage, but they're still not doing that great. They're shooting 43.5%. Still, with UPIKE only at 15, it's easy to see why it's a 25-9 Tiger lead right now. It's going to be Campbellsville basketball coming out of the break. Thrown into Madison Stewart, back over to Dorham. Then they find Kristen Jacob having to pass around quite a bit, trying to break the press, which is back for the Bears. Grider also back in there for Campbellsville. She is looking around, trying to find somebody. She's trapped in the corner, throws it into the hands of Stewart, finds Dorham down low. Before the shot, they're going to get somebody with a foul. I believe it's going to be on number 2, Kayla Day. That's her second personal foul. So that's the 4th Bear with 2 fouls. Luckily not to get that one on Matcham. Grider throws it in to Emily Fox in the corner. Her 3 is off the mark. Batted around in there. Rebound Porter. They want to run. Kayla Day pushing up ahead. Campbellsville doing such a great job getting back on D and matching up. Emily Baker from Belfry also in there for the Bears. Matcham tries to go baseline. She does. Throws a shot up, and it's off the mark. Rebound by Dorham. Shooting under 15% now. Leanne Grider goes right to the rack, around Day, and Porter lays it in. Campbellsville up 27-9. Day throws ahead to Preacher Rogers. Rogers thinks about a 3, shoots it. She's well short. Kayla Day, offensive rebound, gets it into the hand of Rogers. She'll shoot it again, and she's short. Rebound goes to the hands of Kristen Jacob. Definitely the lowest shooting percentage we've seen this season from the Bears. We thought St. Catherine was rough. This one has been even a poor showing. 3 from Emily Fox, deep, is off the mark. Good thing that one didn't go in. That could have been a backbreaker. Falls out of bounds, UPIKE basketball. Emily Baker was only in there for a short time, and Preacher Rogers comes out as well. Into the basketball game is Devin Conley again and Danielle Calvert. Got Calvert and Porter in there playing at the same time for UPIKE. Guess they're trying to maybe stop Durham down there from getting going. The freshman had a good game so far for Campbellsville. Kayla Day finds Candace Porter about free throw line extended. She drives to the basket, nearly has a layup, but blocked from behind by Kristen Jacob, but they're going to get Jacob with the foul. Jacob's a tough matchup at 6 foot. The senior very experienced. She'll pick you up guarding you on the perimeter and then kind of chase Porter. And if you think you have an open layup, she's been blocking them away. Porter to the line for 2 shots. First one's off the mark. Lindsey Bird, who has been trouble for the Bears so far, comes off the bench. She's back in replacing Durham. Emily Baker will also come into the game replacing Danielle Calvert. Wondering if they think Baker could be a little quicker in the paint than Calvert to get on Bird on the double teams. Pikeville just 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Porter's second shot no good, 1 of 4. Andre Matchin with the offensive rebound though, but her point blank shot is no good. Just an unreal showing right now for the Bears. This is Stewart coming up into the front court. Hands off to Grider. Nobody meets her. She goes right into Porter, lays it up and good. And it's 29-9, a 20-point lead for Campbellsville with 3 minutes to go before halftime. Day over to Baker, top of the key. Baker gets it over to Conley. Conley, the only player to be able to get any offense going. She gets stuck with a trap, throws over to Kayla Day, nothing going. Out to Conley, straight away, 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Bird. He hands off to Grider into the front court. Grider has gotten some good action driving into the paint against Day. Tries it again. Nothing happened. Out to Stewart. Stewart does the same thing. Out to Grider and then all the way out to Emily Fox. Top of the key. They get settled down. 15 on the shot clock. The pass was into Kristen Jacob. She nearly threw it away. Bird picks it up. Scoops a layup. Up. No good. Rebound Conley. Up ahead to Day. Day's got numbers. She's driving up ahead to Grider. Throws it off to Candace Porter. And Porter is going to be fouled down low by Kristen Jacob. Jacob picks up her second personal. It's going to send Porter back to the free throw line. With 2 more coming up for Candace Porter. After the first one, we should see Taylor McGlade and Danielle Calvert back into the game. And Campbellsville looks like they're going to get a player who is yet to play in as well. Porter's free throw off the mark. That's Abby Miller. She was a starter for the Tigers. She's back in. 29-9 Campbellsville, 2:16 till halftime. Candace Porter at the line. She'll have 1 more shot. It's up and good. 29-10. And Calvert's going to replace her. Calvert just 1 foul. Candace foul. So UPIKE not in foul trouble with their post players. It's just all the ladies on the perimeter with 2. Bird skips a pass ahead to Emily Fox to the front court. Fox tries to go to Leanne Grider, but it's intercepted by Conley. Conley handoff to McGlade. McGlade working on Grider. She goes to the right side of the court. She gets Emily Baker crawling around on the screen. Trying to get something down low to Calvert. Nobody's seen her open. McGlade dribbles around, does get it to Calvert. Calvert working down low to the hook shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it's going to be Campbellsville basketball. 29-10 Tiger lead, 1:51 on the clock. That's 1:51 till halftime.
They're just reversing stuff like
Campbellsville just using a 3-player attack to break the press. When they do, Emily Fox finally gets it up ahead to Leanne Grider. Grider blocked by Conley. Her second shot blocked by McGlade. And then finally we're going to get a foul on the 3rd attempt. They're going to call that one on Devin Conley. It's her 3rd personal foul. That's trouble for the Bears. They're going to have to get her out of there. I believe Rachel Lee comes off the bench. She's going to replace Conley. This is Leanne Grider at the free throw line. Grider averages just 6.6 points for the Bears. She's a 72% free throw shooter. She knocks down the first, makes it 30-10, 1:38 on the clock. Conley, Matchin come out of the game. Kella Eldridge and Preacher Rogers come in. So does Rachel Lee. Grider's second free throw good. She's now 52 of 71 from the stripe this season. McGlade crosses half court. Tough side of the ball for UPIKE this game. The offensive side not been friendly, and they get Preacher Rogers the 5th offensive foul of the game against the Bears. But that's luckily just her first personal, and it won't send anybody to the free throw line. UPIKE kind of using some mass substitutions with the final 2 minutes of the half, trying to keep people out of foul trouble, kind of going offense for defense. Prisha Rogers in that mix that came back in, as is Kayla Day and Emily Baker. Campbellsville easily breaks the press as they throw ahead to Grider. Grider's layup nearly in, but misses Baker with the rebound. Day comes back the other way, up ahead to Matchin. Matchin thinking about a shot, she won't. Prisha Rogers will, though, from 3. It's good. Give the assist to Andrea Matchin, now 31-13. So 9 of UPIKE's 13 points have come on 3-pointers. This is Stewart over to Grider. Grider in the corner, Emily Fox. Fox thought about a 3, thought better of it, though, with a minute to go in the half. Grider all the way down the paint. She's off the mark. Prisha Rogers rebound. These are important moments for UPIKE. Day pushing ahead, and they're going to get a foul on Abby Miller. It's Abby Miller's first, but it's the team's 6, and it's going to send Kayla Day, who has been pretty steady from the free throw line, there for 2 shots with 55.5 seconds on the clock. Kayla Day, 32 of 41 from the stripe this year, 78%. Steadies for the first one, puts it up, it's good. 31-14, UPIKE just chipping away ever so slowly at the deficit. That's what they're going to be having to do the rest of this game. Got about 20 minutes left to make a game of it. They're going to say Andrea Matchin was in the paint on that free throw. Looked like Campbellsville and UPIKE came in at the same time, but the referee closer to the action saw different, and it's going to be Campbellsville basketball. 31-14, Tigers up, under a minute to go here, 50 seconds. Press broken again to Leanne Grider, thrown over to Abby Miller. Abby Miller to Emily Fox. Fox puts up the 3 off the mark. Rebound Andrea Matchin. 42 seconds on the clock. Kayla Day to Rogers. Looked like Rogers was fouled, but Abby Miller just strips it from her. Luckily, they stop a fast break chance on putting on a full court man-to-man defense. Over to Emily Fox. Fox goes around Rachel Lee, drives deep into the paint. Her shot's off the mark. Emily Baker had it for a brief moment, but lost it. Bird had it. It was stripped by Kayla Day, and Day tries to save it in bounds, but too late. Ball will stay with the Tigers. Shot clock is turned off. 19.4 seconds on the game clock. Campbellsville could settle for the last shot with a 31-14 lead. Abby Miller struggles to find Bird, does get it into her. Bird thought she had a good look at the rim, but misses. No foul called. Andrea Matchin rebound. Up ahead, Kayla Day. Day goes around Abby Miller, and they get a foul near the three-point line as Miller trying to stop Kayla Day's progress, hit her with the hip. It's going to be Miller's second personal foul. Kayla Day back to the free throw line. Well, interesting turn of events here over the last couple minutes as Campbellsville has gone cold and UPIKE getting to the free throw line, which is about the best place for them to score points. As I say, it wasn't long. I can remember some big games where we had to have some late free throws from Day and the senior night. She steadies for her second attempt. Shot is up, no good. And they're going to get a defensive violation in here. This time a Campbellsville player stepped in. I believe Day has a slight hitch to her free throw motion, and it's kind of throwing everybody off. So the referee's discussing what to do there, and they're going to say they're going to give another shot to Day. I know the thing to be careful of is they get Day for like an intentional movement there, but it's nothing intentional. That's just her free throw motion. Everybody has to get used to it. Day's second shot is good, so on the redo, she makes it 31-16. 9.8 seconds here for Campbellsville to get down the court. They're going to use the timeout to talk it over first. We'll step away for just a few seconds. back here for the final 10 seconds of this first half. UPIKE trails at Campbellsville 31-15. Done a good job of kind of chipping away and holding Campbellsville without any points. Grider nearly turns it over. She goes into the front court, holds on to the ball. Nearly tipped away from Baker, throws ahead to Alexis Graham. She lost it for a second, throws up a wild three-pointer, and they're going to call a foul on Taylor McGlade. Absolutely tough foul to take there for the Bears, as Alexis Graham had nowhere to go, just kind of throws a shot wildly at the rim, and they're going to get McGlade on a foul, hitting her on the arm. It's McGlade's second personal. So with all that good work to kind of chip away, now could be 3 points could be gained back here as Alexis Graham, sophomore guard from Winchester, is going to get 3 freebies. She's 22 of 32 from free throw line this season, 68%. Not a lot of chances. Hit the first. And second one's off the mark. 32-15. UPIKE trailing. They're not going to have any time for anything if this goes in or not, as there's 0.7 on the clock. That's the only time to really catch and throw something at the rim, because they'll have to go full court. They'll probably just throw it in and get out of this half. That one's good. 33-15 Tigers should be our halftime score. We'll see what happens. Baker's going to throw it in, throws it to McGlade, and they'll just let the clock run out. We go to halftime with number 2 Campbellsville up on number 17 UPIKE 33-15. We'll have about a 15-minute break. Hopefully come on here in a few minutes, give you some halftime stats. But right now, we'll take a break and be right back with you with more UPIKE women's basketball. stepping back in here during halftime at the Powell Athletics. 41 to go until we're back in action, but before we get started again, we'll go over some of the halftime numbers. It's number 2 Campbellsville on top of number 17 Lindsey Wilson, 33-15 at the break. UPIKE just shooting 14% from the field compared to 34 for Campbellsville. So neither team shooting lights out, but just a much poorer shooting from the Bears. Luckily for them, Campbellsville's only hit 1 of 6 3-pointers. Could have been a lot worse here today if they had had those going down, but they've been off the mark. Just more prone to going right into attacking that UPIKE. It was a zone defense for a while, and Leanne Greider was having no trouble breaking that from the point guard spot. So UPIKE started to go toward a man-to-man, helped out a little bit better. Let's go ahead and look at some of the individual numbers. Not a lot of scoring for Pikeville, but 3 points from Candace Porter, 6 for Devin Conley, 2 for Kayla Day, 3 for Precia Rogers, and 1 point on a free throw for Danielle Calvert. On the other side, it's been Lindsey Bird, post player for the Tigers, going 4 for 10 from the field. She leads with 8 points and 7 rebounds, so already getting close to a double-double. 6 points for Greider and 4 points each for Abby Miller and Jordan Dorham. So once again, UPIKE shooting 14.8% from the field, just 4 of 27. Put the ball up there 27 times, hit 4 of them, you're going to struggle. And that's what it's been so far. But anything can happen here in Mid-South Conference basketball. We've seen wilder turnarounds, so we're going to see what each coach came up with in the locker room and see if we can't get this going back in the direction for your Bears. So we'll step away, about 2 minutes to go still here. This is the 74th all-time meeting between UPIKE and Campbellsville. Just to give you an idea how the series has been, Tigers hold a 64-8 lead. Now, granted, after UPIKE lost 18 straight in it, they did win the last one in the East Kentucky Expo Center, 74-71. They're going to need a second half, like I remember from that one, to get back here today in Campbellsville as we're starting the third period, down 33-15. Greider with the basketball for the Tigers, get things started facing a man-to-man pressure defense. He throws over to Alexis Graham, ends low to Bird, double team. Bird having a little bit of trouble, maybe not expecting that, gets it back out to Graham. Graham's thinking about going back to Bird, but it's not there. Abby Miller finally gets it to her, over Candace Porter, and it's in. Bird is just, she's just that good. She's that good in the post, hard to defend. 35-15 Campbellsville. McGlade into the front court, almost uses a screen from Eldridge, but it's not set. Eldridge gets the pass over to Conley in the corner. Her three good. That's Conley's third three-pointer of the game. That one gets the Bears within 17. It's 35-18. Greider running the offense, calling all the plays. She says, Abby Miller, come get the basketball. Abby Miller not there in time, gets it over to Graham. Greider, back to Graham, over to Greider, just kind of passing it around. Down low, trying to get Miller on a back cut. They're going to say Kella Eldridge held her, and that's going to be Kella's third personal foul. UPIKE starting to get a little bit of danger and foul trouble. Eldridge with 3, Conley with 3. Andrea Matchin, the leading scorer, has 2. Greider gets the ball in. Bird catches it. She hands it over to Fox. Emily Fox tries a deep three-pointer, and it's good over the hand of Kella Eldridge. Now 38-18, back to a 20-point game. McGlade trying to get around Lexus Graham. Has about 3 players on her. Ball tipped out of bounds. I had to take a break there because I had to kind of tip it into myself. So Lindsey Bird throws it in right in front of me to Leanne Grider, and Grider pushes the ball into the front court. Campbellsville has to be enjoying this 20-point advantage, 38-18 after UPIKE had the lowest total of a first half this season. Bird flips it around to Fox. Fox, a dangerous shooter, gets around Eldridge in the corner. She's cut off by Matchin. This is Abby Miller, spin move around Matchin. Her shot's no good. She gets her own rebound. Throws it out to Fox. Fox tries another 3. It looks off the mark. It is. Rebound by Matchin. She hands off to McGlade. McGlade gets it over to Conley. Conley tries to go around Leanne Grider. Doesn't get the crossover by her, and they say that Grider knocked it off Conley. It's going to be Campbellsville basketball. I believe that's about the 22nd turnover for the Bears with only 3 assists. Not going to win you a lot of ball games. 38-18. UPIKE going to have the defense keyed up here to get back in this one. Grider goes around McGlade. Nice. And Porter out of nowhere stuffs Grider. Great help side defense over there for Candace. Campbellsville is going to hold on to it with 18 seconds on the shot clock with 20-point lead. It's Grider into Bird. Bird hands off back to Grider. Top of the key. Grider looking back to Bird. They're just working together. A 2-man game. Bird goes around Porter. Her shot's off the mark, but she's going to get fouled. It's Porter's second. So this is Lindsey Bird back to the free throw line, where she is a 72% shooter. Came into this one 73 of 101 on the year. Kind of expect her to hit them every time she shoots, and she hits the first one. 21-point lead. Prisha Rogers into the game, replacing Porter, and Rachel Lee in there replacing Andrea Matchin. Second free throw for Bird's good, and it's the largest lead of the game for the Tigers, 40-18 with 7:44 to go in the third period. Conley going to try to hit a 4th three-pointer, just misses, and Prisha Rogers can't come down with the rebound. Hits Grider coming back the other way. She dribbles around McGlade, looks over to Lexus Graham in the corner. Graham needs help. She finds it in Bird. Free throw line extended, drives around Rogers. They say Rogers' hands are all over. That's another foul. That's going to be Prisha's second. UPIKE with 3 in this half. Campbellsville 0. Don't want to get to a point where you're sending the Tigers to the line a bunch. Only one more foul to give, and they'll be doing that. Into Bird. Bird working against Rogers. Tries to go between 2 players. It's off the mark. Devin Conley pulls it down. She hands off Taylor McGlade. McGlade gets around Lexus Graham. Throws over Prisha Rogers. Skip pass to Conley in the corner. Conley wants to go further in that corner to Lee. Lee had a look, didn't shoot it. McGlade pump fakes Grider. Conley to Lee. It's knocked out of bounds by Fox. Stays with UPIKE. 7:08 to go here in the third. Conley throwing in right in front of her bench. Gets to McGlade with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Eldridge to Lee, just working around the perimeter. Not a lot there. Lee probably going to have to force something up. They're going to say she gets fouled on her drive to the basket. It's going to be Fox. Fox picks up her 3rd foul. They're going to say it was on the floor, though. Fox would be a good one to get out of there in foul trouble because she's been so dangerous from the 3-point line. And actually, I'm going to have to flip that around. It was not on Fox. The foul's actually called on Lindsey Bird. Of course, you'd like to get her out of the game as well, but that's just her second. She's probably going to be out there. McGlade going to have it in here with a new shot clock. She finds Prisha Rogers. Rogers works on Miller. Fade away in the paint is good. That's a tough one. It's 40-20. Grider into the front court. Like I said, has to be fun having the 20-point lead. Not as much of a pressure to get the ball off the court and score quickly. They can take their time. Doing just that, working the shot clock down. There's been a foul called away from the basketball. They get Taylor McGlade holding somebody down there. It's going to be her 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. So with 6:37 to go in the third, the Tigers will be shooting 2 shots the rest of the way on defensive fouls by the Bears. Grider, the trigger man in here, going to say UPIKE basketball. Bird's been very good scoring the basketball. Has been turnover prone, though. She'll give that one up to UPIKE. McGlade crosses into the front court. She hands the ball over to Rogers. Rogers working against Bird. Drives baseline. Nothing there. Bird tips it out. UPIKE will keep the ball with 20 seconds on the shot. It's going to be Conley throwing in underneath the basket for the Bears. Screen set by Rachel Lee. Then she curls out, having trouble getting it in. She finally gets it to McGlade. McGlade looking for somebody to hand off to. She'll drive herself. Skips it back out to Rogers. Rogers gets the screen from Conley. Drives down low. Throws up a shot. It's good. And tough basket there by Rogers. Now 22-40. UPIKE cut this thing to 18, nearing the 6-minute mark of the third period. Correction, to 18. This is Grider trying to move against McGlade. McGlade does a good job moving her feet, stops her progress, thrown into Bird. This is where Bird likes to work. Bird trying to throw a pass out of the paint into the corner to Alexis Graham. They get Preacher Rogers with her hands on her. It's Rogers' third. It's going to be free throws coming up for Bird, not the player you want to send to the stripe. Candace Porter off the bench for the Bears. She comes in replacing Rachel Lee. Got McGlade still out there with 3 fouls. Day is on the bench with 2. Second free throw, good for Bird. Back to the 20-point advantage with 5:55 to go. It's 42-22 Tigers. McGlade goes behind her back, trying to break some little bit of token pressure from the Tigers. She'll slip over to Conley. Conley looking to drive. She's cut off by Grider, and they'll set it up back with McGlade. Kicked basketball to Alexis Graham. It'll stay with the Bears with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bears have gotten that shooting percentage up above 20 finally at 22.5. They're really lucky that Campbellsville has been a little cold as well, just shooting 34%. Preacher Rogers, who's done a lot of the scoring this quarter, works down low. Her shot is just off the mark, rebounded by Bird. Grider pushes ahead to the front court. Her pass into the corner to Fox. Fox back out to Grider. Grider now just slowing things down. Taylor McGlade just a few feet off of her. Preacher over to Graham, over to Grider. Grider drives in just outside the paint. Her shot off the mark. Kelly Elders pulls it down, and she's trying to drive. Throws a pass over after nearly fouling to Candace Porter. Porter out to Conley. Conley's shot off the mark, air ball, rebounded by Miller. Under the 5-minute mark, next dead ball will have immediate break. Right now it's Grider into the front court. She's looking to get things going down low. Bird posting up. She gets the interior pass. Looks like she cleared out Candace Porter, but no call. And Bird lays it in for the 22-point lead. McGlade over to Preacher Rogers. Down low to Porter. Porter gets it in there. Easy bucket. That's the first easy basket we've seen in quite some time for the Bears. 44-24. It's a 20-point game. 4:26 to go here in the third. This is Fox going around Porter. And they get Porter reaching back around, trying to block the shot with a foul. That's Candace's third, and we'll go to immediate break. We'll step away for just a minute. Be right back with more UPIKE women's basketball. Let's play some more basketball here in the Powell Athletic Center. As this is Emily Fox at the line, shooting a couple of free throws, hits the first, and that gives Campbellsville a 21-point lead at 45-24, 4:23 to go here in the period. Second one's good as well, now a 22-point advantage. Getting down to the time where UPIKE will have to make a run if they're going to try to get back in this one. Kayla Day into the game, so is Emily Baker. Day goes around the screen from Baker, throws a pass into Porter, and one. Shot is good with the foul. Lindsey Bird called for that one. That's her third personal foul. Third foul, second team foul of the third period. Candace Porter will try to go finish a old-fashioned three-point play. Her shot up, it's no good. Fight for the board, brought down by Bird. Nearly a turnover there in the backcourt as UPIKE throws on the pressure, but it's thrown away, stays with Campbellsville. Abby Miller going to get back into the game for the Tigers. A 5'9" junior out of Cookeville, Tennessee. Takes the throw in from Lexus Graham. Quickly back over to Graham. And now over to Kristen Jacob, who's in the ball game. Grider dribbles the ball out of bounds, stays with Campbellsville. So that's 2 times that UPIKE's knocked the ball out of bounds, just not the right way you want it. Quick sub there for the Bears. Danielle Calvert going to come in. She replaces Emily Baker. Oh, actually, that's a mess up there. They're actually going to send Baker back in. They want to get Candace Porter a quick break.
DC, watch 20 seal.
Grider at the trigger here. Throws it into a cutting Abby Miller. Good inbounds play. Oh, just off the mark, and Danielle Calvert comes down with the rebound. Nearly thrown away, but Day collects it. This is Kayla Day bringing the ball now into the front court. She's met by Lexus Graham. Quickly passes over to Matchin. Matchin gets DC, top of the key. DC over to Precia Rogers. Rogers not using the screen. She goes baseline. Her shot up. She's fouled. That foul called on number 20, Kristen Jacob. That's Jacob's third, so now 3 for Jacob, 3 for Bird. 2 of Campbellsville's best post players now with 3 fouls each. We've yet to see Jordan Durham, who had a good start of the game in the first half. The freshman post player for the Tigers yet to play. Here she comes off the bench as I say that. Precia Rogers off the mark, first free throw. That's just been the story of the game here. Pikeville now 4 of 11 from the stripe compared to 14 of 18 showing for Campbellsville. Getting those easy points with the clock's not running has helped the Tigers. Precia's second one, no good as well. Tipped around, rebound, pulled down by Fox. Fox trying to get out of some pressure. Now a trap is thrown over by Grider up to Fox. Up ahead to Graham, her 3, no good. Rebound, Abby Miller, blocked by Porter, and rebound Andrea Matchin, and then as Matchin tries to curl around and get going, she's going to be fouled by Lexus Graham. It's Graham's third personal foul. Team's 4th. So UPIKE will shoot this final 3:26 of the third period, 2 shots. It's going to be Andrea Matchin thrown into Kayla Day, going the distance up the court. Day threw over to Matchin. Matchin didn't know it was coming. Luckily, she grabbed it. Still was never comfortable with it. We got a jump ball called. Possession's going to stay with UPIKE. Really dodged a bullet there as Day threw a pass to Matchin. Matchin was never ready for it. Never really gathered it completely and turned it over. Dove back on the ball, though, and now we have the tie-up. This will be Matchin triggering it in. Precia Rogers thought about a 3 straight away. Dribbles around her defender. She does shoot from the baseline, way off the mark. The air ball tipped out of bounds by Graham. So 12 seconds on the shot clock. UPIKE's going to still have it, down by 20. Day not able to find anybody. She is held by Durham, I believe. So we're going to have a foul and some free throws coming up. It's Jordan Dorham's second personal foul. Team's 5th, and Candace Porter was the player the referee saw getting held. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. Porter takes a couple dribbles, steadies herself. Her shot is good, right down the drain. It's going to be Rachel Lee into the game, replacing Kella Eldridge. Emily Baker in, replacing Precia Rogers. Candace Candace will have another one. She steadies, shoots. It's off the rim, no good. Dorn with the rebound. Doesn't have a dribble, though. Baker with pressure gets it over to Grider. Grider will try to break the press on her own. Throws over to Abby Miller. This is Graham in the corner, going baseline. Dribbles into the paint, curls around. That's going to be a foul and a bucket. Kayla Day fouled her. She made the shot. She's going to get another free throw. That's Kayla's third foul. That's a tough one to take, as Day was looking like she was trying to fight around a screen, then hit Alexis Graham on the arm. Graham, a good free throw shooter, puts this one up. It's good. It's 49-27 Campbellsville with 2:54 to go in the third period. Devin Conley back into the game, replacing Matchin, and so is Rachel Lee replacing Emily Baker. Other sub is Danielle Calvert, sophomore from Louisville, is going to replace the Candace Porter, the junior from Prestonsburg. Kayla Day pushes the ball just past midcourt, stops, looks for somebody to hand off to. The defense too good. Finally, Precia Rogers comes and gets it from her. Rogers working against Bird, goes baseline, has to put up a jumper. It's no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Bird. It's Grider into the front court. They're looking to go quickly. Alexis Graham pump fakes around Conley, throws it into Jacobs. Jacobs loses the ball. Precia Rogers comes up with it. Up to Lee, up to Day. They got numbers. Day keeps it. She gets hit from behind. No foul called there. And Leanne Grider picks it up to the rack, and they get Precia Rogers with a hip check. So that's the fourth on Rogers. Really thought Kayla Day got bumped from behind just in the paint on a fast break chance. They didn't call it. Let her turn, go to the line, shooting two. First one's good. 50-27, 23-point lead with 2:17 to play in the third period. Fewest points scored this season by Pikeville was 64. That was in a win against Lindsey Wilson. Wondering if UPIKE's going to be able to get close to that mark here with 2:17 left in the third and one more quarter to play. He's bringing it up, Conley coming along the baseline. She doesn't get open though, so Eldridge is going to have to work on her own. She's bumped by Grider, gets the foul. That's just Leanne Grider's second personal, but it will be 2 free throws for Kella Eldridge. Eldridge, who scores 10.4 points per game for the Bears, is shooting 80% from the stripe. She's 24 of 30 entering today. Eldridge's shot is no good. That's kind of indicative of what kind of game UPIKE's having here today at Campbellsville. Got one of the best free throw shooters in the nation at the stripe. She just can't get it to go down. That first quarter hurt Pikeville so much, going down 21-6, and they've been in current recovery mode ever since. Second quarter, Campbellsville won that one 12-9, and they have an 18-12 advantage here in the third. Eldridge does hit the second one, cuts the deficit to 23. 2:04 to play here in the third period. Graham's pass intercepted by Candace Porter almost, but Bird is able to scoop it up. Bird all alone. Oh, and makes a great pump fake and then lays it in. That was a huge play from Bird. 53-28, 25-point game. Rachel Lee's 3 off the mark. Emily Baker picks up the rebound. Throws out to Eldridge. Eldridge pump fakes Grider. Free throw line shot is good. 53-30. Minute and a half to go in the third. Bird, nice pump fake and layup, brought the fans to their feet. First time they've been loud in here in this game. Graham throws to Bird, free throw line extended. Bird working against Matchin. Didn't have anything. Fox is going to shoot a 3. It's good from Bird. 56-30, 26 points is the biggest lead yet for the Tigers. This is Candace Porter taking the pass in the baseline. She just loses it out of bounds, and she tries to recover it, but it's not going to happen, and frustration starting to set in a bit here as we got 1 minute to play in the third period. Leanne Grider gets a break. And it's going to be Madison Stewart coming in to replace her. Alexis Graham also with a break. UPIKE having all kinds of trouble here. They are going to show the 2-2-1 press that worked so well at St. Catherine, but it wasn't quite the deficit they're facing here now that they were able to come back on. Good job using the three-man game, Campbellsville, to break it nice and slow. Bird up ahead to Fox. Fox dribbles around Calvert, throws down low to Abby Miller. Miller's layup off the mark, but the rebound by Fox, and she looked like she was blocked by Danielle Calvert, but they're going to get a foul. I don't know if she got her on the down low with the body. It is on Calvert. Her second foul. Head coach Joanna McNamee trying to get her case heard. That was all ball. It looked like it from here too. Going to have to think that some body contact down low made the call. But Emily Fox's first free throw was off the mark. She'll have one more. Going to get Duran back into the game for Bird. And UPIKE's going to get Taylor McGlade in there replacing Kella Eldridge. 48.5 seconds left in the third period. Campbellsville leads UPIKE 56-30. And the free throw for Fox goes down, and it's now a 27-point lead. Here's McGlade working it in the corner to Matchin. Matchin from the corner off the mark. She has had a struggle today. Matchin still not scored. UPIKE's leading scorer pouring in 17.5 points per game. National Player of the Week this week has had a rough going. She has has a couple fouls. She has pulled down 6 rebounds, but has yet to score. Then on a miss and rebound that was pulled down by Madison Kaiser, who's getting her first action of the game for Campbellsville. She was fouled. She goes to the free throw line for a couple. Off the mark. And 57-30 is your score. 38.7 seconds left to play here in the third. Kaiser's second free throw is good. Here comes McGlade into the front court. She'll work the offense. Gets the play call from her coaches. Facing man-to-man defense. Conley over to Calvert, back over to Conley. They were looking for a three. She backs up, will take it. It's no good. Rebound by Kaiser. Kaiser up ahead to Stewart. Mackenzie Stewart needs help. And she tries to get the pass down low to Kaiser. It's almost lost out of bounds. Then she saves it into Stewart. We got a tie-up, jump ball. Jump ball goes to Campbellsville. 5.7 seconds on the clock. Devin Conley going to come out of the game. She got hit in the hip a little bit. I think she needs a quick break. So here's Campbellsville with the basketball. Shot clock turned off. They have a 28-point lead. They're going to definitely get the last shot here. UPIKE going to try not to foul. It's thrown into Bird. Bird out to Fox. It was a good play, and Fox hits the three. 61-30 is our score at the end of the third. It's the largest lead of the game for Campbellsville. We'll have 10 more minutes of basketball coming up as we step away from UPIKE women's basketball here on YouTube. Fourth quarter for UPIKE to get back in this one. They've kind of dug themselves in a hole. The three Campbellsville, their largest lead of the game at 61-30. Only 10 minutes left here for UPIKE to try to cut into this. It'll have to be a kind of a record-breaking run to get back in this game. It's been crazier. I'm not going to count it out. Going to have to do a lot better than 24.4% from the field, though. Better had the rough game scoring. Drives right into the paint and picks up a foul on Grider. That's one way to get it done. It's Grider's third personal. This is a 17-0 UPIKE team, so the first loss of the season here on the line.
At the line is Andrea.
Prisha Rogers, Kayla Day set to enter the ball game. Andrea Matching going to be at the free throw line for one shot, or two shots, excuse me. First one is up, no good. It's just getting to be an epidemic. 6 of 17 is UPIKE from the free throw line compared to 19 of 25 for Campbellsville in the game, besides the field goal shooting. Match will have another one, though. Gets the no good, just rimmed out. It's been just that kind of day. Bird comes down with the rebound. It's deflected out of bounds by Matching, but Campbellsville will hold on to the ball. All right, into the corner, three-pointer by Fox off the mark. Dave pulls it down. Dave rushed into the front court, makes a nice pass to Candace Porter. Porter cannot gather it and loses it out of bounds. It's another UPIKE turnover. Trying to look at those numbers. They have 25 turnovers, just 6 assists. 12 assists, 13 turnovers for the Tigers. Credit Campbellsville's defense. They have been effective all game. They've had a nice game plan to attack this. Bird into the front court, over to Fox. Fox thought about a three, doesn't shoot it. Miller has the ball back around to Grider. They're working the shot clock down. Now to 15. Watching her, eye to eye. Grider throws over to Abby Miller. Miller top the key, over to Fox in the corner. Bird is lost out of bounds. UPIKE takes over. Rachel Lee throws in to Kayla Day. She'll bring the ball into the front court, met by Alexis Graham. She goes around Graham, over to Matching. UPIKE needs to do a better job of keeping this thing attacking into the paint. Just not settling for jumpers like that from Matching. Matching way too deep. Luckily, Emily Baker gets the offensive board. Rachel Lee, three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound to the Bears as they will get the ball back after it's knocked out of bounds. UPIKE hanging on to the basketball with a new shot clock, 30 ticks on it. They are trailing by 31, 61-30 with 8:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. Lee finds Matching cutting off the mark. Porter offensive rebound. Her shot's no good. Emily Baker tough in there, gets it. And they're going to get Bird fouling her and wrapped her up on the arm. Bird, that's her 4th personal foul. There's no bigger fan of Andrea Matching's game than me. I've talked about it all year, but I also feel bad for her in this one as it has been a struggle for the sophomore from Louisville, yet to score. Day trying to find a teammate, does find Lee in the corner. Lee struggling to find a teammate to help her out. Baker finally throws it over to Kayla Day. Day in deep and lays it in. Nice layup, Kayla Day, now 61-32. Up ahead, Alexis Graham tries to drive right at Candace Porter. She lost it a little bit. Throws out to Emily Fox. First time I've seen Fox not try a three in a while. Alexis Graham tries one, though. Baker pulls down the rebound. Throws ahead. Kayla Day. She's got 3-on-2, but she'll slow up. Rachel Lee pulls it out. Nice interior pass to Baker. Baker should have gone up a little faster. Turnaround layup, though, is good. 61-34. It's a 4-0 run for the Bears. Excuse me. Not been a lot of good offensive runs. Grider having trouble breaking the press, and Campbellsville's going to take a timeout with 22 seconds on the shot clock. We'll take a timeout with them. Be right back. comes to an end here at Powell Athletic Center, Campbellsville, Kentucky. I don't know if that's going to be Preacher Rogers. Nope, it's Rachel Lee. They're going to get Rachel Lee with a foul that I was not looking at away from the ball. It's just her first, and it's the team's first of the fourth. 7:47 left, 61-34 Campbellsville. This is Fox. Throws it into Duran. Duran is, it's Kristen Jacob with the catch, and Jacob's going to be sent to the free throw line.
That's her third.
So here we are down 27 points. Kristen Jacob going to the free throw line where she'll have a chance to add on to that. It's becoming to the point where heading towards reality, and because we have just an absolute collapse by the Tigers and a run like we've never seen from UPIKE. We're probably facing our first loss of the season, but that doesn't mean the fight's out of this group. The UPIKE girls working so hard, their strength at trying to get back in. All right, 62-34. Kayla Day up ahead to Kel Eldridge. Eldridge dribbles at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Porter. Eldridge fakes, but Jacob doesn't fall for it, and does ultimately get called with a foul. It's going to be Kristen Jacob's fourth personal.
Foul is on Kristen Jacob. That's her fourth. At the line is Eldridge.
To the free throw line, where she hits the first. 62-35, 7:30. Eldridge dribbles, steadying for her second shot. Thinks about it, puts it up, it's good. 62-36.
Rachel Lee back in for the Bears.
Like I said before, will not give up in this game. Not sure what the end result will be, but they're working really hard out here. Alexis Graham tries to break the press with a dangerous pass to Leanne Grider. It's stripped by Emily Baker, but Baker thought she had a teammate to hand off to, but Rachel Lee just had no idea that she was going to hand it off to her and lost it out of bounds. It's a Campbellsville ball.
Eldridge and Rogers back in.
Kel Eldridge in for Rachel Lee. Preacher Rogers in for Emily Baker. Trying to get some fresh bodies, trying to keep the defensive pressure up. It's about all UPIKE can hope for here. Get some turnovers. Leanne Grider taking care of it at top of the key. Dribbles around, looks down low to Bird. Bird throws out Alexis Graham. She'll try a three-pointer. She's off the mark. Like she's hit one yet. Offensive rebound is gathered by Bird. Bird throws out to Emily Fox, and Fox gives to Grider, and they got a new shot clock. Kristen Jacob did a good job in there working it out for Campbellsville as well. This is Grider. She's not in any hurry. She has Fox curling out off the screen. Gonna instead throw a cross-court pass to the free throw line to Graham, and it's good. Layup makes it 64-36, 6:41 to play here at the Powell. Day being closely guarded by Graham. She hands off to Andrea Matchett. Matchett still looking to get on the scoreboard. Tries to throw a pass into Candace Porter. It's just not there. Thrown away. Alexis Graham's going to have it, and she gives off to Grider. This one getting to be more and more of a worry as we're nearing the 6-minute mark. It's thrown down in. Side Kristen Jacob off the mark. Candace Porter does a good job pulling down the rebound, gets it out to Day. Day thought about pushing it, but didn't have numbers. And instead, she pulls up, throws over to Preacher Rogers on the corner. Candace Porter wants to top the key. Rogers keeps it. She's trying to dribble around two defenders. Throws cross court to Day, and Day turns it over. It's Leanne Grider. She's going to smartly turn around, not push things here. She'll dribble right around the pressure from Bears.
Hands up, Slack, hands up, Kel.
Grider over to Bird. Bird gets Fox. Kayla Day loses the ball for a second and then picks it up. Throws ahead to Kella Eldridge. Eldridge going to pass down low to Rod Bunny there. Offensive rebound goes to Matchin. Going to bail her out on that miss by going to the free throw line. Emily Fox picks up her third personal foul. This is going to be Matchin back to the free throw line.
At the line is Matchett.
Andrea yet to score here in this ball game. Steadies at the line, puts up the shot's good. It's her first point. So UPIKE's leading scorer at 17.5 per game scores her first point here with 5:27 to go in the fourth quarter. She'll have another one. Rolls the ball back to herself, takes a few dribbles, taking her time. Puts up the shot, it's good. So Andrea finally gets things going there with a couple. Alexis Graham into Bird, trying to break this pressure defense. It's the 2-2-1 press. They usually break it by throwing a pass ahead in the front court. They do get it there up ahead to Stewart. Stewart to Graham, nearly stolen by Match, and now they got numbers if they want to operate, but they don't pull it out. Grider runs, so shot clock down to 15 seconds. Probably going to take it down much deeper than that. Here comes Stewart curling out. Free throw line extended. Throws to Graham in the corner. Back to Stewart. She'll look at a three. Does shoot it. It's no good, off the mark. And knocked out of bounds. UPIKE's way. Kristen Jacob nearly with a paw on it there for the Tigers, but it's booted out. And UPIKE, who is just substituting at a rapid pace, going to get a lot of new bodies in the ball game. But actually first, I think we'll go to our under 5 media timeout. Step away. Be right back here with more UPIKE women's basketball. 5 more minutes of basketball here in the Powell Athletic Center. UPIKE in a world of trouble, down 64-38 at number 2 Campbellsville. Campbellsville, the national runner-up from last year. Looks like they got a team capable of doing that again. UPIKE undefeated. They still got a lot to play for this year, but this one probably going to be in the loss column. Taylor McGlade up ahead to Prisha Rogers. Prisha going to get it back over to McGlade in the corner for a three. It's just not there. It's just not been there all game. Grider had a rebound but lost it out of bounds. UPIKE get another chance. 30 more seconds on the shot clock. Make sure to tune in after this one switch over off YouTube over to EKB, as Rick Bentley will have the call for the men's game. Number 1 UPIKE on the road at number 21 Campbellsville. Seen a plenty of battles on the men's side in here. Don't expect that one to be any different. UPIKE survived a scare at St. Catherine on Thursday, really in the men's and women's games, hoping to get out here at Campbellsville with at least one win. Here's McGlade, top of the key. She'll throw over to Rogers. She's closely guarded. Puts up a shot, though, and that's been Prisha Rogers' game today, hitting the tough jumpers. Probably not the shot you'd want any other circumstance, but right now, Coach McNamee is just asking for anything. It's a 24-point game with 4:20 to play. This is Stewart to Bird. Bird dips it into Alexis Graham, and Graham's going to be fouled by Andrea Matchin, cutting towards the hoop. It's Matchin's third. Madison Stewart, the freshman from Litchfield, been in the game quite a bit for the Tigers here in the late stages, as has Madison Kaiser. This is Alexis Graham, free throw line, 2 shots. First is good. Candace Porter back into the ball game. She'll replace Matchin. Graham settles in for her second shot. It's good too. They've shot the free throw line very, very well, and it's led to a 26-point lead here when nearing the 4-minute mark. Kel Eldridge has a sloppy pass from McGlade, nearly turned it over, scooped it back up. Calvert, not where she wants to be, deep in the top of the key, past the 3-point line, hands back over to Eldridge. Eldridge now looking for some help, pump fake, and scooping layup's good. That's Kel's trademark move, the little pump fake, scoop layup, and it works, 66-42. Kaiser needs help as she was double teamed, finds it in Grider. That's pretty much who Campbellsville looks to whenever they need somebody to take care of the ball. Leanne Greider's so good at the point guard spot. Played a lot of minutes. Stewart over to Kaiser, back over to Graham. Graham looks like she'd love to drive, thinking about it, doesn't do it. Gets it over to Stewart in the corner. Kaiser tries to go to Dorham down low. Dorham cleared out Candace Porter. She gets called for the foul. It's her third. UPIKE will take over with the basketball. 24 points lead for Campbellsville. 3:34 on the clock. Just 34% shooting for the Tigers, 27% for UPIKE. Trying to show you what kind of game we've been watching here at the PAL. Kelly Eldridge trying to get going here. Scoops up a second layup exactly like the one before us, and now down to 22-point deficit. Campbellsville also has Alexis Pester, a junior from Pembroke Pines, Florida, into the game running the point guard for the first time. Alexis Graham's layup no good. Porter rebounds it. Here comes Eldridge. UPIKE rallying late. Eldridge goes across top of the key, pulls up for a three. It's off the mark. Rebound by Calvert's tipped out of bounds by Dorham. UPIKE will hold on to the basketball as Campbellsville's going to send in Lauren Turner, a sophomore from Campbellsville, Kentucky. Played at Monroe County High School. She's 5'7" guard. She'll be in there for Alexis Graham. Really, Campbellsville just kind of emptying the bench. They think they got this one pretty much sealed with 2:55 to go. Precia Rogers hits another short jumper. Down to a 20-point deficit, 66-46. Pester gets the ball back. She's in there trying to break the press. Gets it over to Turner. Lacey Turner down to Dorham. Candace Porter hits her real hard. It's going to send her to the free throw line. That's Candace's fourth personal.
Fouls on number 13, Porter. That's her fourth.
2 free throws coming up for Jordan Durham. She has been a steady presence in the post whenever Bird needs a rest. She does miss that first free throw, though. Durham looks destined to be a solid player for the Tigers as she continues to improve deep into her career. But she's off the mark on that second free throw. And here comes Taylor McGlade. I'm sure UPIKE's looking for some easy buckets. They want to get something going here against the reserves from Campbellsville, try to cut into this deficit. Rogers, great pass to Danielle Calvert. That's a good look. 18 points now, the deficit. 2:20 to go in the fourth. Lacey Turner and Pester are in charge of getting the ball past this press. They get it up to Kaiser. Pester fouled by McGlade. That's Taylor McGlade's fourth personal, and it's going to send Alexis Pester, who's played in 16 games, started none, just plays about 10 minutes per game. Averages 2.4 points, 1.4 rebounds. However, she has hit 3 of 4 free throws on the season. Make it 3 of 5. Has not been there a lot. I believe they list Pester at 5'6". I'm not sure if she's even that. Gets the second free throw up, no good. Here comes Taylor McGlade back the other way. 18-point lead for Campbellsville, 2 minutes to play. Candace Porter tries to dribble around her defender, throws it back out to Rogers. Rogers met by Stewart, back over to Porter. Thought about a three, dribbles around Kaiser, goes hard to the rack. Gonna get her with an offensive foul. The 7th offensive foul the Bears have had this game. That really killed them in the first quarter, running into there into the paint and getting called. And it's hurting them here as they tried to make a late rally. Candace Porter fouls out. Kayla Day tries to get in as well. She will. Emily Baker replaced Porter. Minute 50 to go here in Campbellsville. Tigers lead 66-48. It's been a kind of a slow comeback as UPIKE is outscoring Campbellsville 18-5 here in the final quarter, but the deficit was just so large it's not going to matter. Still, max effort here from the Bears. That's kind of their mantra. They're going to keep trying to cut into this thing. Kaiser needs some help from Lacey Turner. Nearly throws it away. They'll hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. Into Pester. Pester taking her time with bringing down the shot clock to 15 seconds, minute and a half to play. Interior pass dropped by Kaiser out of bounds. UPIKE will take over. This one looking like it's going to have a final score that may not be very indicative of how this game really went. Campbellsville, I give them all the credit for their game plan, how they attacked. You know, UPIKE struggling from the field. They were able to get in here and kind of put the game away early. Never been able to have a real comeback. 18-point game here with 1:24 to play. Rogers tries a deep three. It's just off the mark. Stewart with the rebound. Tries to dribble around the pressure defense. And thought we had a jump ball there. They're going to call a foul on Kayla Day. It's her 4th personal. And we'll walk slowly down to the other end for some more free throws. Powell Athletic Center starting to fill up here with the men's game just minutes away. I believe after the get this one down to 0, we'll put 20 minutes on the clock. We'll have warm-ups for the men's game, and then it's over to EKB Z-Rock 107.5 FM, where they'll have that game. Locally for you in Pikeville or streamed online. Free throw goes down. It's 67-48, 19-point game, minute 15 to go. Day into the front court. She throws to Rogers. Rogers looking, throws down low to Calvert. Danielle's going to work. She goes in, and we're going to have a chance at a 3-point play. Fouls on Delana Fothergill. It's her first personal with her first action, the freshman from Somerset. Emily Baker going to come in, replace Precia Rogers. She'll probably be done for the game. Taylor McGlade comes in, replacing Eldridge. It's 67-50 Campbellsville, 1:07 on the clock. Danielle Calvert, sophomore, with 1 free throw coming up. It's up, off the mark. Rebound Fothergill. UPIKE's going to stay in that full court pressure defense. That's trouble. They're not able to get it across. That's a turnover. 10-second violation. Oh, there was a 10-second violation called in the backcourt, but they're also going to give a timeout to Campbellsville. But there's 20 seconds on the shot clock, so I'm a little bit confused here. I mean, the shot clock, to me, if it's at 20, that tells you that 10 seconds went by in the backcourt. I believe they're going to come up and ask for a second maybe to be put on the shot clock. Yep, they're going to put 21 on. That's a good way to fix that issue. I'm going to step away for 1 second, be right back with you with more UPIKE women's basketball. Just a quick break. We'll bring you back in here as we're under a minute to play. I believe the timeout was called before the 10-second violation, but of course the shot clock operator couldn't have been instant stopping it there. So they go ahead and put that second on that she called. So I believe they're going to have 1 second to get it across half court. But at this point, you know, it's just kind of a done deal on Campbellsville winning this one. You just want to get out of here as fair as we can on the officiating. They're going to go discuss it. So I believe the timeout actually advances the ball in the women's game up into the front court. I think get a little restless here in the Powell Athletic Center. People are ready for this one to get on the road. We're still talking about the rules here on our 10-second violation. Yeah, I gotta say it's a learning experience for everybody. It's good for our coaches to know what exactly is going on here. Inbounds in to Fothergill. She gets it to Stewart in the corner. It's knocked out of bounds by Day. It's going to stay with Campbellsville. 18 seconds on the shot clock. 67-50 lead. UPIKE going to drop to 17-1 overall, 4-1 in league play. Take their first loss. Campbellsville goes to 17-3, 5-1. So UPIKE and Campbellsville are going to be right there at the top of the MSC standings. It's going to be an interesting week for the Bears as they will host Georgetown this Thursday night at 6 o'clock with the men's game to follow at 8, and then Shawnee State coming in on Saturday. So we're going to have two more quality opponents in the game on Thursday, and two more quality opponents to play on Thursday and Saturday. We have a full timeout for UPIKE, so we'll step away. Be right back. Last few seconds of our game here. Preacher Rogers throwing in right in front of me here. 51 seconds to go. Gets it into DC. DC back out to Rogers, and we're going to have a foul on the baseline. That's going to be called on number 21, Brittany Holman, checking in for the first time for Campbellsville, her first. Abby Miller, a starter for the Tigers, is going to be sent back into the ball game with under 50 seconds to go. First, we got a couple freebies from Rogers. First one's good. Does look like you're going to have a new low point total for the Bears. The lowest was 64 points against Lindsey Wilson. Unless they got 13 points in them in 48 seconds, that's probably going to change. That free throw's good, 67-52. Abby Miller up ahead to Pester. Pester looks like she was fouled and gets by it. Probably going to let a lot of things go here late. Pester into the front court. Throws back over to Miller, the starter, who's now back into the game. Matching all over her. A double team was coming. Now out to Lacey Turner. Lacey Turner working against Rogers. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wouldn't be smart to foul as the shot's off the mark by Fothergill. Rebound Baker, thrown into Day. 22 seconds to go here. Day up ahead to Kel Eldridge. Eldridge goes around Pester. Baseline, throws up a wild jumper. It's rebound by Baker, put up, back in. That's probably going to do it for your scoring for UPIKE. 67-54. No fouls. Campbellsville will hold. That's your final score, folks. Campbellsville wins here today in the Powell Athletic Center, 67-54. They held control the whole game. UPIKE never in this one, but good learning experience for our group of ladies. They never quit fighting till the end. That's evident by the 13-point final deficit. But it does bring to an end a perfect season so far. It was the best start in program history, and it'll stay that way until somebody can go 18-0. But we'll be 17-1, 4-1 in league play. Campbellsville improves 17-3, 5-1 in league play. We'll be back in action this Thursday, hosting Georgetown at 6 p.m. in the East Kentucky Expo Center. We'll have all the links that you can figure out how to watch that game and follow it at upikebears.com. So this is Dan White, the Assistant AD and Sports Information Director here at UPIKE. Wishing you farewell. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube for UPIKE Women's Basketball.